that. It doesn't finish till
And hello, everyone, and welcome to
April.
In the Bread podcast. Oh, jeez. No, don't do that again. Oh, my goodness.
What did you even do?
I played the audio track and hit record.
Why?
Because doing
It's
it...
only like an extra 5 seconds of your
Of the
life.
intro.
Save. Fuck off.
Oh, it's not an extra 5 seconds. Do you have any idea how hard it is to splice and dice in audio like that?
I don't know how hard things are in your mind, so no idea.
Exactly. You have no idea.
Was it good though, at least?
It's amazing.
Oh,
Just trying to...
well, thank God for that.
What the hell's wrong with my audio? It's just... Son of a... There we go. There we go. Now I feel a bit louder. There we go.
Now we're probably really quiet.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's the one-man show with two other men. It's 2.5 men.
I was going to say, if it's a one-man show, why didn't you start already?
Well, whatever happened to 2.5 men?
That fucking
The
went
one
down
with
the
Ryan
shitter
Reynolds?
along
No.
with...
No, Charlie
No.
Sheen
Ashton
and
Kutcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit.
And then Ashton Kutcher joined
that
up.
other idiot and that fucking little kid that needed to have the living shit kicked out of him. You know.
It's the worst show in the world, yeah. What about it?
It started alright, but... I don't know.
Yeah.
It started
I didn't... Yeah.
like a tumor.
mind it.
I guess all things have to start, don't they?
Well, Annie had one of those.
Oh.
Actually, no, he didn't. It's not a tumor.
It wasn't a tumor.
No, that's right.
He said it like a million times. How do you not comprehend?
What did you say, Lebo?
It was a kindergarten class, after all.
Oh, so they had the tumor.
They
Well,
did
that's
indeed.
sad.
No.
Those poor kids
Well,
and their tumors.
tumors are something that you take out of you. And speaking of things that got taken out of you, Nuggsy, you had a
yeah.
penis taken.
I
I mean,
forgot,
a
yeah.
wisdom tooth taken.
A
out.
whole penis too, not just a small one.
A holy penis. Is it
Yeah.
like the Pope's penis?
Well, you first of all,
Hmm.
you find it has to be. There are these really big ones you can get. They're like almost like levers, right?
Yeah, right.
Actually, that's a stapler. Anyway, the point is, you get a hole puncher, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. Just a hole
So,
puncher and
conf-
punch holes.
confirmed, the Pope's
Mm-hmm.
penis was removed from Nuggsy. We're going to go to our foreign correspondent, Aunt Wit. Aunt Wit?
Who's Aunt Wit?
Aunt Wit. Aunt Wit!
Auntie Wit!
Auntie.
She's the one with one boob that's bigger than the other.
Is she like? Oh, can she be Martha's sister?
Possibly. Great Aunt Wit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello!
oh, I got.
What's going on?
I came up with the best idea for episode 3 today, but that's for another
3?
time.
Okay.
What's 2?
Sue's the one with the
It's like
dog.
yeah.
Wait, so you are doing that?
Yes.
Why not?
Great.
It's a horrible idea. No, I'm joking.
Is that a horrible idea? You're a
I'm joking.
Anyway, so Nuggsy, you had a wisdom tooth removed, yeah?
I did.
How did
Saturday
it go?
morning, 9 a.m.
On the dot.
Pretty close, actually.
Good. Where at? Was it a dental surgery or a proper hospital or?
No, it was just a dental
Okay.
dentist's office surgery place thing.
So I'm guessing that was a local
Down the road.
anesthetic and not a general.
I don't even know if it's local because he just numbed. He just numbed the area of the tooth.
Which would be the
that
local
also
area.
local?
of the
Okay.
Yeah, that's general means you're out fully.
Right,
Local.
yes.
Then again, I'm told there's another thing they can do, probably with nitrous oxide or something.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so what happened?
So I walked in. He pretty much took me in straight away.
Why don't you start at the very beginning of your morning? You woke up. What did you have for
Um,
breakfast? What did you wear?
Many years ago, my parents decided that they weren't going to have another kid and had one anyway.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And he's with us tonight!
Where?
Welcome!
Yeah,
Long lost brother. Okay, so you walked in 9 o'clock.
I woke up.
Yeah.
I was pretty tired. I didn't get much sleep.
Oh,
So I
excited.
walked in.
Yeah,
Yeah, he pretty much took me in straight away. It was pretty empty.
that's good. 'Cause waiting's the worst.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I laid down on the dental bed and he moved the seat back or whatever.
Ooh.
Now I've never done well with needles.
Mhm.
Usually if I have a blood test or something, I usually ask if I can lay down first, and that's fine.
So you wouldn't do well as a heroin addict, is that what you're saying?
Fucking oath I would not.
Okay, cool. Lever, you taking notes?
Until you become an addict, and then you'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, I was
now I know
laying down and-
what not to get you for Christmas. Cool, continue.
A syringe.
Heroin.
You can
There are other
snort it,
ways of
can't
doing
you?
heroin. That's cocaine.
And then OD, and then
You don't snort
you know,
heroin. I thought
feature
it
in
was.
Pulp Fiction.
I thought it was
Wait,
purely
Hurricane-
needles.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
No, can it be pill? Can it not be pill form?
Oh, jeez. Pill form.
I don't know. I
thought that was ecstasy. Anyway,
Well,
okay.
everything can be in pill form,
Yes,
technically.
like a pill. Anyway, so you laid down.
Yes, and he asked me to open my mouth, and
Ooh.
he hit those little mirror things on the stick, and it's on an angle,
A
so you can
mirror?
like check around the mouth.
An
Yeah,
adjustable.
but the little mirror.
Oh, a handheld mirror, like the one that goes
Yes.
inside. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes. And so I opened up. I was like, oh, I wonder if he's just looking at the area or whatever. And then out of nowhere, he just shoves a needle into my mouth.
Oh,
He doesn't shove a needle into my mouth. It was a bit more graceful than that. I just wasn't expecting it. And he puts it into the gum at the top, and he goes, open up, and he comes in and puts it in the roof of my mouth behind the tooth. And I could feel like the bubble from where he injected the fluid.
sorry.
So I was laying there, and you know, I was like, you know, something. No, I
guess-
this is no. So I sat up.
Yeah. That's not appropriate. I'm sorry, dentist. You overstepped the line.
I stood up
Yeah.
after sitting
shit.
up, and the dentist walked back in because he walked out of the room for a sec.
Yeah, they do that.
And I was like, I can't remember what I said. I think I was like, oh, I'm not feeling great or whatever. So I went out into the hallway, sat down on the floor, and said, I'm going to pass out, and I was gone.
You passed out,
Yes, I passed out.
and then they operated.
That would have been better.
Yeah, because
That would have been ideal.
Yeah.
If I was ever to go back and I was ever to be in that situation again, I would say, look, if I pass out, just take the tooth.
Yeah.
Don't bother waking me first. Take the tooth, then wake me up.
You basically had nature's general anesthetic.
Yeah.
So
So woke me up, and I woke up eventually. It's really weird. If you've ever passed out, waking up is the weirdest part because it's like having a nightmare, and in the dream you're trying to wake up. If you've ever had that experience,
yeah,
it's I don't really know how to explain it except that it's like a struggle. It's like you want to be awake, you just can't wake up.
I've had those dreams. I dreamt that I was asleep in bed, but I was like completely paralyzed, and someone was like, there was a silhouette at my door, and this bright light shining behind him, and I was like trying to shake myself awake so violently, and I just couldn't move, and it was terrifying.
Wait, were you out of your body shaking yourself, or were you shaking yourself inside your body?
I was trying to shake myself from within inside my body.
Okay.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I was like paralytic. I couldn't move, and it was
Right.
really horrible sensation. So it's
See,
like
I-
that.
Yeah, so I sat up and he had a chair and they gave me some water. He's like, look, you know, you don't have to get the wisdom teeth out. I was only getting one out, but he said you don't have to have them out. It's just because they're way back, the way at the far back of my mouth, it's hard to clean. And he said potentially later on, if anything goes wrong with the tooth, then it'll be harder then to pull out. And I could be a lot older because, you know, apparently when you're older, things heal slower.
Everyone gets old.
He said,
so,
yeah, apparently.
Damn.
It's up for debate.
Masturbate. It's up for masturbation. Sweet.
That's right.
Okay. The more you masturbate, the younger you get. That should be the law. Which case, then I'll probably be back at the age of 3.
I might be 3 months old.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he was like, you know, you don't have to have it. And he was like, when I first woke up, actually, he was like, when's the last time you had a blood test? Have you had a blood test? I was like, I was kind of still out of it. He's like, you haven't, have you? I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I had one last year. And he's like, are you anemic? Is your iron low? No, so I wasn't aware, you know, everything's fine. I've never known to be anemic. I'm sure I would have found out by now if I was. My iron hasn't been reported as ever being low. Although, my mum has hemochromatosis, which means she produces too much iron, and my sister has low iron. So I don't know how you work that out, but anyway.
Probably some maths. So wait, did you pass out because you were nervous, or did they think there was an underlying condition?
Well, he may have thought there may have been a medical reason, but from my experience, because I've never done well with needles, I'm 100% sure it was me.
Yeah.
See, the other thing is I was laying there and I didn't feel like I was thinking about it. That doesn't mean I wasn't. I just wasn't aware that I was.
Maybe, yeah. Unconsciously you were thinking about it.
Right. And I mean, before I even got in, like I wasn't like, I wasn't really looking forward to the experience anyway, so that wouldn't have helped either.
No. Well, dentists have been known to be a very have been known. Maybe I should go see one. Dentists have been known to be a very terrifying experience. Like that was that old cliche that like during the 90s and the early noughties, like any cartoon or any show with puppets where they
isn't
had to
that
go see a
based-
dentist.
Isn't that based off of like who dentists used to be? Because didn't dentists used to be butchers or something?
Oh, I know it was a very bloody profession, and it was.
Because I think butchers way back when were the surgeons of their day. Like if you needed an operation done, you'd go to a butcher who would do it for you.
Can't say that I can confirm that, but I do know that on sailing ships back in the way back then, when sailing ships were a thing, at least on the British ships, I think if the surgeon was a casualty or couldn't perform his duties, the next in line to perform surgery was the ship's cook. So there's very possible chance that a butcher, because they I guess dealt with blood and cutting things, if they needed to do something like that, they may have done that.
Okay, so the first dentists were barbers, so close.
Barbers?
But I'm still, yeah.
Fuck that.
I'm still pretty sure the first, well, not so much a surgeon in the modern term of use of the term, but they definitely performed sort of operations way back in the Middle Ages. I believe. At least that's what. Anyway.
So you had did you have the surgery in the end of the day?
Yeah. So I was like, I was sitting there probably about 10, 15 minutes past. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I've had the needle. It's numbed.
Come this far.
Yeah. Apparently it wears off in 2 hours. I thought, fuck it, I may as well get it on. So I went in, I laid down, and he, put the giant fucking
forceps.
Yeah, in my mouth, and I think he said bite down. I couldn't really tell because he had a thick accent. And anyway, he wiggled it around a bit, which is really weird. It's a really weird sensation because you can feel it moving, but there's no pain. And then he goes, "Is it pain? Do you feel any pain?" I was like, "Well, I don't feel any pain, but something definitely feels wrong."
Mm-hmm.
So he took the tooth out. He put in a bit of gauze, spat out like a massive glob of blood, and I laid back down and I passed out again.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So you passed out before and after, but not during, which would have been a lot less. If it had happened during, it would have been a lot easier for you, I think.
I don't know.
You would have just woken up and over with and be like, oh, okay, there we go.
I can say, though, that in that moment, it was the worst decision I had ever made, but I knew that future me would be happy that I had it done.
Yeah.
But the only problem is, because of that, I'm not going back and doing it under local. I can't do it.
No.
I was so drained the rest of the day. Like, I was standing at the front counter because she had to do like processing of like the private health insurance or whatever, like billing and stuff like that. And as I was standing there, I couldn't tell if I was going to pass out or not.
Wow.
I just wanted to get home.
Yeah, lay down.
Yeah.
Well, I've had two in the past. Let me just say, I'm glad that you managed to do it. You fought through it, and future you will thank past you for doing that. Probably it's not a pleasant experience.
No, it was fucking horrible.
I
slept all that Saturday.
Oh, good.
That's why I slept all day. That's why when you said, "Oh, we were thinking of calling you," I was like, I would have headed over, but I was really not.
Okay. Yeah, not in the right frame of mind. Because I know, for me, in the past, I've had to remove a cyst that was growing under the skin, as they do. And
I have a cyst.
A cyst or a sister? Because I know you got a sister.
Both.
But
a sister.
Some people might say that their sisters are a sister. Anyway, disgusting thing. They're not really. It's kind of like a wart that grows under the skin.
Yeah, it's just like a bubble of liquid, like a little.
It's a membrane.
Thing of liquid, yeah. It's
a membrane of liquid that's growing there. It's not really supposed to be there, but they're growing there. Apparently, you can get cysts growing on your brain, which is probably the most terrifying thing. That if I stop and think about it, I start to get really, really sick because it's like
I could mention something else that's always worried me. That is like if you don't pick up early, which I don't know how you would. Like that's it.
Rectal cysts?
No, aneurysms.
Aneurysms?
brain aneurysms.
Oh.
Like they're really quick, and if you don't catch it early, like that's it. You're pretty much gone.
I'll keep that in mind then. In that case.
Well,
Aneurysm.
don't keep it in mind. Don't think about it.
Anyway,
That
so
was my point.
I'm not really good for blood. But I had to remove the cyst, and I got a scalpel and numbing ointment, and I did it myself because I'd have to pay for it to get it done.
Oh, come on, Ed. There are some things you have to go to a doctor for.
Well, a cyst isn't life threatening. I thought, okay, I've removed.
No, it's not, but still.
I've removed a wart by myself with a scalpel. I can.
Alright, hang on. Where was it?
On my leg.
Like lower or upper or
Upper, pretty close to my crotch. I mistaken it for my penis one day.
Was it deep?
No, thank heavens. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to cut. But I was able to cut into. It's a pretty big hole. You got to cut. Anyway.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Halfway during.
Sorry, one last question. Was it like big?
It was a decent. It was enough that I could see it protruding through the skin.
Okay.
So
continue.
I decided that the best course of action was to remove it myself. I cut myself open, which would probably not be advised considering how dangerous it is.
Yes.
Though everything was sterilized, as much as one can do in a household environment, and I removed it. Halfway through this procedure that Dr. Ed was doing, I had to stop, leave the room that I was doing it in. I lay down on the floor because I got so sick and so nauseous, and I thought I was going to throw up, and I thought I was going to pass out all at the same time. And then I had to pull myself back together and go back to the room and do it. And I finished it off, sealed up the wound in a very non-conventional manner, and yes, dealt with that.
To any potential kids listening at home, which I highly doubt,
Did you finish it?
I do not suggest you cut yourself open with a scalpel for any reason. Unless you're in a zombie apocalypse and doctors aren't a thing, then maybe you may have to cut off the infected limb or some shit.
So you got it all?
I did, but it grew back. It fucking grew back.
Operation number 2.
Oh, I'm not going to do it again because, but doing it once was enough. But
how long ago was this?
A couple of years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not recently.
It wasn't too recently, no. But
right.
Oh my golly, it's horrible things. Because I was thinking, what is it to begin with? Then I found out it was a cyst, and then I was like, okay, well, how hard can it be to remove? But when you have to part a hole in your own skin, it is like you're realizing
cutting yourself open.
Yeah, it is the most. I'm starting to feel sick thinking about it. If I was a Terminator, I wouldn't feel nearly as bad because
he's a machine and doesn't feel anything.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the pain. I couldn't feel anything either. That's why I had a very strong numbing ointments that I think only doctors are allowed to have. I got it through. I got my hands on this ointment anyway, and so I didn't feel a thing. But like you, I felt the tugging and I knew something wasn't right, even though I could see something.
Yeah,
wasn't
I mean
right.
that was the same with I couldn't feel it, and there's no reason. Other than, my brain's stupid. There was no reason for me to have passed out, but it was just something that nagged in the back of my mind that I just couldn't not think about or didn't process. And my body was like, defense mode, pass out.
That's your big lines coming at
terrible.
You. Defense mode. Thump. It's like those goats, whenever they get startled, they just freeze and fall over. It's the funniest thing. I don't know what they're called though, but imagine having.
It's my defense mechanism when I'm around women too.
Oh, freezing fall over.
Yeah.
I mean, I have not had surgery yet. I'm hoping to have surgery within the next year or so to get my wisdom teeth removed, depending on what happens with some legal proceedings. But Leber, have you ever had surgery?
Yes.
Was it local or general anesthetic? Both.
I thought the Leber answered for a second. I was like,
but I had to be put under.
Okay, so you're put under.
What was it for?
When I fractured my wrist. My wrist. Okay. No, I said with an S, but yeah, when I fractured my wrist, they put me under.
Wait, so vigorous masturbating session.
Place, and that was it.
Was this high school?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
they
high
popped
school.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Don't worry, mate. Just sit down.
Were you there? It was
no, you told me about it though. You whingy bastard.
Well, you were there. What was year 11? I thought it was year 10.
It was year 10. I wasn't in the class. I was there at the school, but I wasn't in your PE
Oh, okay.
class.
So you saw me with the broken, with the cast
yeah.
for like a month or two.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
What, did you just fall over or something? What?
No.
Tried to catch a soccer ball? Was
No,
that it?
I was playing goalie in soccer, and I went to stop the ball from going into the
Oh
thing,
no!
and I put my hand, like I went to reach for the ball as it was coming to me, and the guy kicked the ball as my hand was on the ball, and it went all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
I see. I don't know because I was playing football, soccer, depending where you're from. At school as well, like just on sports day at a park. And I think we're versing. I think it was year 12 at this point because at that point we could choose whatever sport we wanted to do. For like the second half of the year or whatever, like the last couple of terms, weeks, not terms. And I was right in front of goal, and I had the ball in front of me. I just belted it, and this guy decided it would be a great idea to catch the ball with his face.
That was me.
And he fell to the ground, and I walked up to him and said, fuck, I'm really sorry. Like, I obviously didn't mean it. At least I didn't think so. And he told me, fuck off, or whatever. And then the ambulance turned up, and he went off with the ambulance. So maybe I broke his nose. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Did he just never come back?
No, because it was at the park. He was in a year below us. I have no idea who he was, what his name was.
Fuck him. It was obviously an accident. What a prick.
I mean, I'd be pretty pissed off too, but like I was like, well, fuck.
I know.
I think I may have broken his nose.
I know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Still, you can still be civil to each other. Goodness me.
I suppose
You don't
so.
have to beat up people, man. 'Cause it's just a game.
Oh, I'm sorry, fucking
Just
hell.
a game.
But they do it in. Oh no, they just fall over in Europe, don't they? Never mind.
This is why sports pretty much should be condemned. All sporting activity leads to nothing but broken bones and heart attacks
And broken wrists
Oh yeah.
and broken ribs.
Yeah, so well, I guess that is a sport too, isn't it?
Oh, the sorts. Yeah.
Jeez, poor Lever. He's not had it easy, has he?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, compared to other people, I guess it's fine. It's the only time that's ever happened to me, so it's okay.
Well, at least you can say it.
I think the worst that's ever happened is I think I've only ever fractured a finger. I've never broken anything to my knowledge.
No, I've cracked a knuckle. I've shattered my
Punching a wall?
Yeah, of course.
Typical.
I get pissed off easily, and a brick wall's there, and I don't have a punching bag.
Why do you get pissed off so easily? Nothing really matters for you to get pissed off at something.
Computers.
Who gives a shit?
I do.
It's a fucking computer.
I've got brain damage as well.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah, that's why. Because every little thing the part of my brain that's got the problem is the part of the brain that controls stress. So when something like really small, like I drop a pancake on the floor, my brain goes into overdrive, that part of my brain goes into overdrive, and it produces adrenaline like crazy. So when I get pumped up on adrenaline...
So you fuck the pancake?
Oh man, I've lost... I mean, it's kind of like people are like, why are you freaking out? It's like, well, it's not actually... If I didn't have this problem, I would probably react in a normal way, but because I do have this problem with my brain, things get blown out of
Well,
control.
I mean, a lot of people in life overreact to stupid things. We see it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my 20-cent piece, you fuck.
I mean, overreacting is just a norm. It's just part of being human. It's a human emotion. Yeah, everyone goes through.
I mean, I shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I don't like that it's considered a normal thing, because it shouldn't be. People should be able to just fucking calm down, you know. You don't need to overreact over dumb shit.
But it's like saying don't get angry over stuff, you know. It's
exactly. Well, that's it. You don't have to get angry over stuff. I mean, I get that.
Over stuff.
Have you? Well, obviously, Leber's driven on Sydney roads, so he knows what people are overreacting.
If I get angry at anything, it's generally from driving. Like, that frustrates me the absolute most.
Yeah, I know, because other people out there are just terrible drivers and inconsiderate.
Because people piss me off. Yeah, that's right. But then, like, I just get over it instantly. Like, I don't linger on about complaining all day about it. It's done. It's over.
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from in that sense. Yes.
Because you can get angry temporarily, and then you just realize that who gives a shit, and you move on.
So, you're not saying don't get angry. You're saying don't hold on to it. Like just
don't hold on
go.
to it.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst thing in the world that's ever happened to you. Like it doesn't really matter.
There was a very good pancake
What was in it?
Yeah. what was in
Pancake.
it?
I don't know. Flour, semen.
Pancake was in it?
Yeah. Whatever the
Far
Pancakes
out.
with pancakes.
yeah. Whatever the cake.
That's
Pancake
amazing.
Good. What? Oh. What we should do is get regular cake mix and cook it in a pan and see if that makes pancakes.
How about you fucking don't do that?
But how do you? It might actually work.
How about you don't?
What? You, see, and you know what?
Pancake mix.
You know what? You're getting. You're.
Oh, are you getting angry?
Why are you getting angry, man? You're getting angry over something small. I just want to, what? I get like.
Who the fuck cares?
I do.
That's because you're an ape spastic shit fuck.
An ape spastic
Spastic shit fuck.
Did I start out with that bullshit?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, can you say it again? I didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah.
Oh,
This game.
this game.
Yeah, this game.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, it was an interesting weekend. It actually, I felt like I lost the day on the weekend just because I slept all through Saturday.
Well, you kind
You
of.
are a day.
You had surgery, so.
B-day. It wasn't a surgery though. You just yanked a tooth out.
Well, don't tell people that. Tell them that you had to fight a
Oh,
scorpion.
I thought you were gonna say a squirrel, but yeah, scorpion works.
Yeah, he's really good in that game, Scorpion. You don't wanna
Scorpion master.
fuck.
You don't? Oh,
No.
well, I fucked up. I think. Bless you.
Bless you. So, okay. So, Nuggsy's lost a part of him. Did you keep the tooth?
I did. He was laying there. He was like, "Do you want the tooth?" I was like, "You know what?" I said yes, and I said, I said yes, and I thought if I look at that tooth, I'm gonna pass out. So I didn't look at it till today, but that's only because I forgot about it.
Oh, okay.
I have it right here, actually. It just looks weird.
Looks
Yeah, you don't wanna fuck.
It's a wisdom tooth. They're kind of teeth. The molars, when they've got their roots as well, they are
Creepy.
It's this kind of like this little hat of a tooth, and then the rest of it's like this tree trunk that you never knew about.
Yeah.
So they just can't... Wisdom teeth are weird.
I think I see cavities in this one too.
Ah, there we go then. Man, and you know what? If I had all the money in the world, first thing I would do
It's fuck.
get all my friggin' teeth removed and get prosthetic ones put in that were perfectly
No.
white, perfectly straight, no problems,
I wouldn't say all of them.
no wisdom teeth. Well,
Like-
Keep at least
like-
one.
just one.
Yeah, just a random one too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
your
When you
bottle
go
opener
in,
tooth.
I'll make it.
when you go in, just tell the dentist to surprise you which one he keeps.
So long as it's yeah.
Lottery.
Well, do you guys get this pain? Because the main reason I want to get my teeth removed, well, so that way it's easy, they're nice and straight and white, is privilege, sorry, is the like when you guys get a head cold or anything like that, do your gums pound like you can feel the blood? Okay, so I'm a freak.
No,
Oh,
I do not.
okay.
It's all in your head.
It's not all in my head. I can feel it pulsating.
Yeah, and what does your head tell you?
No.
It tells you pain and
I-
signals and dicks. You know that it's coming from there.
I get
It's all
that.
fake.
I get that in my teeth, but not when I'm sick. Like sometimes I can feel like pulsating
Oh.
feeling in my teeth.
Yeah. Like in my ears as well. Like if I'm lying down, I can hear like it heart beating like crazy.
Yeah, sometimes like just the way you're laying on your pillow, you can hear it beating. Like shut the fuck up, will you?
Just want to sleep.
My temples, I feel it in my temples though. Like I can feel my temples throbbing when I like, especially when I'm starting to get a headache or something like that.
Headache.
Temples, I think that's
Right.
all the pressure point stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get punched there, you have a good time.
You pretty much die if it's hard enough.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm.
Do you guys ever use or try to use like those techniques that people always suggest, like the
Yoga.
massage your temples and
Oh.
Oh, those
No,
type of
not quite
techniques.
yeah,
What, when I get a headache?
yeah, or maybe not necessarily a headache or if something's happening. I don't know. Just in general, I guess.
I'm doing it now. It doesn't really do anything for me. I used to try and do it to think that it would relieve headache thing. I had a friend at uni. She used to she insisted that there was a nerve that ran down to the web of your hands that you would have to follow the crease in between the two muscles within your forearm, all the way down to the wrist, and then further down to the web of your hand, and that's the exact pressure point that you're supposed to massage to get rid of any headaches.
The fuck you meant to figure that out? I could barely follow what you were saying.
I know. Well, it's easy to show, but there's okay.
Right.
You got
Wait,
two.
I think you've showed us before, haven't you?
No, that was my penis. Now there's
sorry.
two muscles on your
Why was so small?
on your arm and on the lower arm from the elbow to the wrist. There's one and two
to the wrist.
Now,
Right.
somewhere, I don't know how to describe it. Top side, you'll be able to feel where those muscles separate. You're supposed to...
Top side?
Yeah, top side. Top side. Not the bottom side without the hair, but the top side where the hair's at.
Oh, because I can feel like the
it's like a
muscles.
little... This should be like a little dip that you can... Apparently that's...
Oh, yes.
That's,
I understand what you're talking about.
That's the split, and you're meant to follow it all the way down to the wrist, and then you're supposed to follow something down to... I don't know. It's all this pseudo-friggin' new age BS stuff that, rub this friggin' frog testicle under your armpit, and you'll get an erection.
Lower.
Yeah.
Lower.
Keep going.
I sometimes do the one where, because where you massage your temples, I read that you put pressure on your temples for 10 seconds before you start massaging. Because that's one that sometimes works. The other one is you get your thumbs and you push up where your nose meets your brow ridge. Just above, just on either side of your nose, you push up with your thumbs underneath the brow ridge.
Okay.
And it's meant to relieve tension on the frontal lobe or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it has worked for me before, but it doesn't usually last long before it comes back. But it was it's better than nothing. If you need a quick fix, I suppose.
Something to get addicted to.
Yes.
Oh, that was a weird echo.
Well, if I got a headache, I don't normally, unless it's a really bad migraine, which I've been getting this year. I've been getting lots of migraines this year. I'll just try and drink water and lay down and try and get rid of it that way.
Yeah. Well, sometimes headaches are caused just from lack of water.
Or lack of sleep.
That too, yeah.
I never take anything for headaches. Exactly as Ed said. Drink water.
Actually,
and
that's it. Yeah, I mean, the first time I had Panadol for as you probably guessed, for the pain. And I did that for the first day, and I only did it twice, I think. I didn't even bother having Panadol that evening. I felt fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So recovery-wise, it was fine. It was just the process.
It's good, though. Do you have Panadol that often? Do you pop it pretty often?
No.
Georgie
As
does.
I said, I can't even remember the last time I had Panadol.
If you pop it so often, you become immune to that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to my
pointless.
mum, I think. She had to get stronger stuff. Because she actually got... Wait, so there's two, right? Isn't headaches meant to be the really intense one, and migraines meant to be the lower scale, right?
It's the other way around.
Is it? Okay.
Headaches are more, I don't know. There's migraines.
There's just a pain in the head.
Yeah. Where a migraine is one side of the head, you'll feel nauseous, you'll feel, what is it?
Yeah, eye strain.
Blurry, yeah. Visual changes. Yeah. I usually get it on the left side of my brain, so I don't know what that's saying. But yeah.
I've had some crazy bad headaches, but I never know if it's a migraine because I don't get nauseous like people do. I can't move my head though. If I move my head, I just feel a lot of, well, not pain, but discomfort, great discomfort.
I'm sure it's different person to person.
Yeah, I get eye strain, so I'd imagine it is, but
Could it be a tension headache? Because I used to get those.
Maybe.
And it's usually, or at least mine, went up my temples and across the top of my head. So I feel like there was a strap pulling down. And I went to the doctor and she said to massage the back of my neck and my temples and stuff. Wow. It was basically like the muscles had kind of contracted.
Wait, you massage it yourself though still at this point?
No, it was just when I was having them.
Yeah, okay, but these massages, they seem to be the solution to everything. I don't think I've ever had it, ever.
Well, usually with muscle contractions and stuff like that, you have what's the anti-inflammatories. But if it's just a tension headache, then it's not really necessary. If it gets bad, if it's just persistent, yeah, they'd have to. But if it's not that bad, they're not going to. It's kind of like antibiotics nowadays. If you just have a cold, there's no way you're getting antibiotics because you don't need them.
That's silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you? I mean, Did either of you do the codeine back in the day?
Do the codeine.
Yeah, codeine to help relieve pain.
I don't think I've ever had codeine. I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
Isn't that just Nurofen?
No, it's codeine.
Am I mixing that up or something?
Nurofen is ibuprofen.
Doesn't Nurofen have codeine?
Right.
Like you can get one with codeine?
Maybe, but
I don't know.
it's
I've definitely had Nurofen before.
Nurofen is IB.
No, I'm sure I used to have some. I even checked them out because I didn't really use them.
Well, the sale of codeine for pain treatment. I don't know what to call it. Codeine tablets, headache tablets. They've taken them off the shelves. So you have to get a subscription. Subscription. Got to get a subscription. Yeah. So anyway,
that was recently, yeah.
Very recently.
Was it?
Yep.
Mm.
Oh,
like a couple of weeks ago, and I know.
Yeah, Nurofen Plus. Nurofen Plus.
Right. The
with
plus
codeine.
Right.
Mm.
So doctors.
I may have had that before. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Right now, doctors are worrying about addicts trying to trick
Oh,
them.
Nurofen's Advance. That's one.
Well, I'm sure you can't buy it anymore. Not without a prescription or a subscription.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, that's like a lot of things. Like, early on, my asthma medication for Ventolin and Symbicort, I used to have a prescription for both. Nowadays, I only need a prescription for the Symbicort, which they're just turbo. They're inhalers. But the Ventolin nowadays, I can just get over the counter. I just walk in and say, "Hey, I need some Ventolin, baby." They give me the Ventolin.
Give me that shit.
And I pay for the Ventolin, and I leave. And I go home.
Oh, here we are. Just reading up some stuff.
Yes.
Wait. Preparations for codeine often will be combined with 500 milligrams of paracetamol, 200 milligrams of ibuprofen, and 5 milligrams of doxylane, succoline, succubus, and so it's a whole type of stuff thrown into this stuff. It's like a general broad band pain relief.
Well, because with a lot of medications, I don't know so much with headache tablets, but usually don't they contain like the base ingredient to remove the headache, but then they have other ingredients that help alleviate some of the other symptoms of stuff?
Yes. I'd say it's all connected.
And that's how why there are so many different companies, right? Because each company would have their own formula that would have it would have like it either achieved the same result with different chemicals, or it has similar chemicals but it does different things. Because I imagine you can't just go, "Oh, codeine, I'm marketing codeine, I want to be paid for my sellage of codeine." But if you mix codeine with something else, then it's like, "Oh, I can what's the word? Not trademark. Patent. I can patent this and make money off of it."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe. For the chemical blah blah blah.
Yeah. In Nurofen Plus, there's apparently codeine phosphate, hemohydrate, and ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. I be kidding. Well, today I got a face full of friggin'... what was it? Copper sulfate. That was nice.
Copper sulfate?
Yeah.
What, like cement? Is that...
No, it was liquid copper sulfate. It was,
I didn't even know where you would find that.
Well, I use it for treating a plant of mine that's diseased.
Oh, okay.
So it's amazing, actually.
It's for plantage.
It's a beautiful... It's to treat a really bad fungus that's currently attacking our mango tree. And it's this... we get a concentrate of it, or I got a concentrate of it, and it's this beautiful royal blue liquid. It is amazing to look at. But
Take a photo?
Smell. Yeah, that's a good point.
Probably no, I haven't taken a photo. Is this some...
Wait.
Why would I bother?
Because it won't last.
I know. I just go to shops and buy another bottle. Doesn't matter. Or I can just Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copper sulfate
yours.
liquid. Is it like this? Oh, fuck.
Just Google it. I'm looking at pictures of copper sulfate now. Actually, oh wow, it's actually a really nice blue crystal, but it's not the kind of thing. You know what? This far out, man. The number of poisons you can get is ridiculous. Like Nuggsy knows, and I've brought this up before. We have an ant problem in our bathroom.
Yes.
Should I say we had? We had.
Did you go with the toothpick idea?
Toothpick idea?
You know, like the can't remember. Like I'm sure it's happened at various points in history where they like line the people with the streets on crosses and stuff to warn people about misbehaving.
No,
just do it with the ants out the door.
Didn't do that, but
disappointing.
What I ended up doing. Well, I got this ant kind of poison, which I really didn't want to do. And I was like, okay, I got this big bottle of it. We had it somewhere. It's just powdery stuff. It's like little granules. So I carried it to the bathroom. I sprinkled some of it onto the windowsill. And I was like, yep, they're gonna find that and eat it. And I found out later that it's not for eating, but it deters them, and I think it might kill them. And I was reading the back of it, and I got like it's a powder, so I got this mist of. It smelled like dried onion. It was a very strong smell of dried onion. I was like, oh, I wonder what's in this. And it's on this back. It's like, do not touch it. Do not wear protective gloves when pouring this out. Do not breathe in the powder. Do not look at it. Do not engage in sexual misconduct with it. It's like all this stuff. It is so dangerous. Like if you get it in your eyes, go straight to the hospital. It's like, do not feed it, do not put it around where birds are, because if they eat it, they will die, and you'll feel terrible about it. And I was thinking, holy cow, this stuff is extraordinarily dangerous, and it is so easy to obtain. And it didn't actually stop them. The ants just learnt to go around it. So it just was basically this poisonous thing. So I had to keep the window closed for like the whole week. And the ants, they didn't like it at first, but then they just learnt to go the other side of the windowsill. And
did you put sand on there instead?
No, I didn't.
The stuff.
I didn't want any more. I didn't want it anywhere near me or anything to do with it. So I scooped it up, got rid of it. And
how, may I ask?
Well, I scooped it up in a dustpan and brush and put it in the bin.
You said you got. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, because you're talking about how poisonous it is, but you've just thrown that in the bin, and which is probably going to end up in a landfill anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So you're just poisoning animals potentially later on.
Well, what are you supposed to do with batteries? Because those are meant to be really bad as well for the environment.
Recycle them.
Yeah.
What? This is the recycling bin?
You don't chuck them in the bin. There's a specific place
not the recycling bin.
There's a battery recycling plant out there that I'm not aware of that I'm supposed to take my batteries to.
So, there's like a battery bin or something.
Battery bin?
Yeah.
I don't know what, maybe the post office might have some.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but there's definitely proper ways to dispose batteries.
Recycling.
I can tell you. Yeah, no one ever does it though.
No.
Myself.
They should.
But
yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that. Actually,
they don't push it like they do with regular recycling and
No, because I suppose I can't really say that batteries are a pretty big part of waste as well. I don't know.
Oh man, there's heaps around Sydney. I just did a search, and literally the entire of Sydney has 1,001 places you can do this. Okay, hang on.
It's weird because you can get so fixated on you gotta recycle and throw it. This needs to go in the bin, and you can't do that. But then you think about all the other stuff that you throw away that you're probably disposing of terribly for the environment, and you don't even bat an eyelid because either you're not aware or you're just not bothered.
Yeah, true. What I ended up doing for the ants, I just remembered it. That's what I brought it up. I just got a solution, 1 part white vinegar, 1 part water. Mop down the area on the shelf near the window, and mop down the outside windowsill. They haven't come back. I'm just going to do that once a week, and apparently the vinegar messes up the ants' enzymes, which the ants use to create their, smell trail to help them to know where to go, where the colony goes. So that's all you need to use.
Ed,
what?
I believe if ants lose the trail, they get lost and they die.
that's true.
of starvation and stuff like that.
Or one of the it's either starvation or.
I suppose it's a better alternative than just outright killing them. At least they have a chance in one scenario.
But what I did was I made sure that there was none left in the bathroom. Any that I did find, I put them back on the windowsill. And I was like, go back that way. That's where your little trail is. And then once I'd done that, and I got as many as I could feasibly do, because most of them had run off by that point. I gave them a whole day. I kept shaking the areas where they were like hanging around just to be like, yeah, fuck off. And then I mopped it all down. And if I ever saw one, I'd just pop it back on the very edge of the windowsill where I'm sure they'd hopefully find the trail to get back. Because I know that they'll, poor little blighters die.
Yeah.
But what can you do? There's probably every day billions of ants are being eaten and shitted out by bugs.
It's like today. I was doing digging at work, and I was like filling up a wheelbarrow and moving it to this massive pile of dirt.
There's a small child buried in the dirt. It's okay. Don't
made
worry.
of ants.
Yeah. Jeez. Made of an ant child.
And
the Rat King.
The Ant King.
The Rat King. Is that what they're called? It's on 30. What? It's on 30 Rock. It's.
I haven't seen 30 Rock.
Okay, it's like a.
Never seen 30 Rock, haven't you?
What's it called?
The Rat King.
It's the Rat King.
It's this theory that all these rats, I think, bound together to make one gigantic creature.
I don't remember, man.
Right.
I
understand what you mean, though.
Anyway, sorry. So you were shoveling dirt.
Yeah, and I was just wheeling the wheelbarrow over to the pile of dirt and dumping it and whatnot. And there was one time I was walking along and I noticed an ant's nest just as I rolled over the top of it.
Aww.
And like, I mean, ants are meant to be able to carry 10 times their weight, but I thought, man, I don't know if they can lift this wheelbarrow.
Well, I think what would happen was that if the ground is just dirt, if they did get rolled over, they'll probably just be pushed into the dirt, get right back up. And even then, like, if you step
concrete.
Oh, even then, okay, that might be more. But even then, nothing. It's not a solid surface. So if you like walk over an ant's nest, you probably only get one or two of them squished because there's so many cracks like, in the shoes and it's so uneven.
Yeah, I mean, it was the like it wasn't me walking; it was the tire, the tread of the tire. So yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Hopefully.
Like I just had that thought, like, I wonder how many that could have killed.
Well, they'd probably just recycle them. They're like, okay, here's an ant's corpse. I feel less bad if something dies and it gets reused because it's the whole cycle of life, isn't it? I mean,
right?
We're all gonna die one day, and then ants and bugs are there, and all that's gonna be eating the crap out of our faces and whatever, and then they get the last laugh, don't they?
I don't expect Leber ever to die.
Well, I don't think he can.
I'm not.
Especially with this new with him not eating meat anymore.
Yeah.
Ever
He's gonna live forever now.
I've gained a kilo, funny enough.
Really?
How?
Yeah. Because I'm eating more carbs.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Ooh, yeah. Stay away from the carbs, mate.
I can't, I'm hungry.
Well...
And the ice creams probably don't help either.
Carbs are one of those things. Like, I remember years and years ago, one of my stepmums, I think it was my first stepmum, she was talking with a professor at university that was quite large, and she's like,
professor or the university?
No, or both actually. The Macquarie University actually. Then the professor was
Macquarie, right.
The professor was also a large professor, and
was he nutty?
She was.
She was made of Nutella?
Not Nutella, no, but she was a larger woman. I'm going to say. Or should I say... No, she was a larger individual that identifies themselves as being a woman. And,
oh my God, I couldn't even follow that, but continue.
That's the way you've got to do it now. And, so... my first stepmom, back in the days, the professor said, I want to lose some weight. They brought it up in conversations, and my stepmom said, why don't you, become a vegetarian? And the professor said, well, I am one. So, just because you're a vegetarian doesn't mean that you can't eat carbs. And I think that's where a lot of vegetarians kind of would put on the weight. If you ate nothing but vegetables and fruit and like had maybe a slice of bread a day, you would lose the weight so quickly. Even then, you got to control. I was told you can't eat too much fruit. I was like, it's fucking fruit. It's designed to be good for you. It's like, no, but there's so much sugar in it, and there's
natural sugars. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but it's natural. We burn it off. It's not processed sugar, which is the bad stuff. There's good sugars and bad sugars. Like
You
there's
burn it off if you move. There
was-
are heaps of lazy people out there.
It's the same as
Yeah,
good
well, that's the thing. Like, you could eat 3 bananas, but only be able to burn off one, so the rest of the sugar just gets stored as fat.
Well, that'll be too much potassium for your system anyway, I think. You might die from potassium overdose.
I've had 2 bananas before.
Yeah, 2, but never go 3. It's like V's.
Sorry.
If you drink like 4 cans of V's, you die. You eat more than like 2 bananas. Sorry, but
So you can have more than 2, right? You just said no. You just said don't eat 3, so you can have 2.5.
2.5.
3/4.
You're getting close. You're basically rolling a dice of death. They're right there. The game of chance.
Rolling your grave.
Imagine if that was a thing. Imagine if it's something so obscure. It's like, don't eat too many olives, you'll go blind.
Oh, that'd be cool. I hate olives anyway, so that'd be fine.
Oh, you kidding? Oh, I love olives.
I have an auntie who loves olives. I wouldn't mind her going blind, to be honest.
What? Because she likes olives, or because she did something?
No, because she's a pain in the ass. That's why.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think everyone has one of those in their family.
Yeah, she's a yes.
How can you not like olives? Green olives with the
Olives
don't-
are filthy.
olives.
I don't
are
mind them
amazing.
in food, but I just don't
You don't eat
like the taste by themselves.
They're salty and delicious. They're so delicious.
That's why. See, I don't. That's why I don't mind them too much. But there's this slight aftertaste that doesn't sit with me. But I can tolerate it.
You can tolerate it.
Yeah, I tolerate it.
It's not gay marriage. I mean, it's not like.
I voted yes for that.
Oh, well, so did I. But I'm just saying, there's that whole argument that Mr. Garrison says you can still tolerate something, but it can still piss you off, kind of deal. So,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
not that gay
tolerate
marriage pisses me off. I'm kind of glad it was finally.
pisses some people off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm not Leber. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or cousin. Fucking look at your cousins. Not here.
Jeez.
We'd never hear the end of it. Good old cousin.
Willies touching willies. Let's make it legal.
We did.
Good. Great.
Well,
day.
it's not that it was illegal. It's just the willies touching willies
with rings on them.
in a consensual relationship. Yeah, with rings, cock rings to be exact.
That needs to be. That's gonna be our business. That's gonna be a company. Hard. No, I can't
Hard
say.
and fast.
Hard and fast. It's gonna be cock rings for the gay man who wants to get and clit rings for the gay lesbians that want to get married. Gay lesbians.
Gay lesbians.
Yeah.
Not the straight lesbians.
No, of course not.
And
Screw them.
yeah. But I made this startling discovery because of something that came up at work, that there's something like 63 genders. 63.
You said it was 70 the other day.
I thought it was 70, but officially, according to, I think it was Facebook, there was 63.
Yeah, we discussed this the other time.
I know, I'm still in shock.
I heard that New York allows you to pick from like something like 50 different genders or something.
Well, not the full 60, something.
Oh, shit.
I don't remember the exact number.
What
Just
close-minded pricks. 50.
yeah.
Unless Velociraptor is on that list, I don't want to fucking know about it. What's your gender? I'm a fucking Velociraptor. That would be the best. Velociraptor. Let's do it. I'm gonna friggin' crowdfund this shit.
I think it's dumb.
Why do you hate Velociraptors?
Of course, they're extinct, Ed. Stop living in denial.
Look, I don't. Okay, that's true.
Get out of Africa.
What? I don't know if Velociraptors were even living in Africa. Maybe.
Yes, but you're in denial.
Huh? Look.
Never mind.
I come from a purely scientific point of view.
Right.
Biologically, there are 2 genders.
Yes, correct.
Done. Okay.
No, I'm with you. Absolutely.
That's all there is to it.
There are
Simple as that.
some people out there that are born with nothing, and there are some people that are born with both.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to identify as something else, that's fine by me. I don't care. But if it's a legal document, you can't put fucking cheese grater or some shit like that.
Attack
Fucking
helicopter.
male or female.
But hang on, there are some circumstances where, like, you both, right? Like, you're
Well,
actually
hermaphrodite.
born. Yeah.
Yeah, with
So
both.
then what do you list yourself as?
That's a good
hermaphrodite.
choice,
That-
but you don't
see,
need 50
that-
different
that's-
genders for that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what the debate should be about.
Right,
Like, you know, how do
exactly,
you how do you fill out a form? You know, what do you choose?
Yeah.
There should be a third option for that specifically. Not this I don't identify myself as either male or female sort of shit, and then you have to pick one out of 70 million options.
I mean, I understand why it is a thing, because it's if you put.
I don't.
It's to avoid discrimination. No,
it's DNA.
It's more, I know that.
It's not a mental thing. It's a DNA.
I understand that, but it's to avoid discrimination, because if
you mean saying other or whatever?
Yeah. So if you put on paper that you're a female, but you're actually a male. Sorry, if you put because you now identify as a female, people are going to discriminate against you because they might be against that personal choice kind of thing, that lifestyle, or like. I don't want to call it a lifestyle that's undermining it, but you know what I mean.
Well, the question should no longer ask what gender are you. It should be It should be asked. It should be saying, what were you born as? What is your DNA say you are? It should be that. And that's the toilet you go into.
The toilet.
Why not
the toilet called the human race?
Why not just? You know what the easiest option would be? Just to completely eradicate any form of gender identification. Just doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't exist anymore. Fuck it. It's gone. Fuck off.
No, you need it.
What? No, you don't. Done.
You do.
You don't. It's scientifically proven. You don't need it.
Well, you don't need it when you sign up to freaking like a message forum
Forbes
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like no one gives a shit
what
there.
is Forbes? Is that a newspaper?
Is that a news website? Like,
I'll find out.
It's a junk shitty website where like they post bullshit articles. I mean, legit articles, but like it's.
Yeah, it is. It's a media company.
It's a horrible website. That's all.
Magazine, actually. Yeah.
Oh, it's an actual magazine too.
I thought they all were horrible magazines.
This one.
Yeah.
This one's just
Women's Day gives me the shit.
If you have an ad block, it will not let you in. Like, fine, I don't want your fucking.
Oh, I hate those fucking sites.
Do you want me to turn it off? No. It's like you don't want me to visit at all. See you, mate.
I'll find someone else.
Yeah, like I'll go to another 1,000 other pages that do the same thing.
Yeah, they never understood me. The same thing that annoys me with Pinterest. What, they think they have this conglomerate on the internet where you have to sign up or you can't access their content? Fine, I'll just find a different image.
I'll just use Google.
Yeah, which is where I found you in the first place.
You pricks.
I never searched Pinterest, it came up. You knob.
Jeez. I after years and years and years of having to deal with that thing, it's like, oh, there's the image I want. I was on Pinterest. I'm just going to scroll down a bit. Oh, here comes the fuck you, log onto me, become our slave registration bullshit. I finally joined them, and now I can get all these great emails saying, you know what? This is what you've missed out on. Congratulations. And I've clicked unsubscribe at the bottom. And it said, why are you... I went to an email... The email sent me to a webpage, and it said, why are you unsubscribing from this email? I said, well, one of the options was, I'm getting too many of them. I said, that is why. Getting too many of them every 6 hours. Again, you're missing out on these pictures of tits and these pictures of cats with tits. And so forth. And so I said, unsubscribe, goodbye. And then they didn't unsubscribe me. They reduced it to 1 every 24 hours now.
Well, look at the option you chose.
Yeah, I know, but I said unsubscribe al dente.
Can't you just unsubscribe fully? Why don't you just choose that option?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought I was doing. I just said unsubscribe to the whole thing. I don't want any more. That's what unsubscribe means. Not semi-unsubscribe.
Yeah, not let me unsubscribe, but I'm still slightly interested enough for you to send me some paraphernalia that I don't care about.
And the problem is, I get these pictures, and it's always something either really cool or really sexual, and I'm like, oh, maybe I do want to look at this woman that's not wearing any clothing, but she's got herself slightly covered up. Oh, what's down there? Oh, there's more pictures of women. Great. No, they do it again. They do it. They reel you in, and then before you know it, you're jerking off in the doctor's waiting room, and people are looking at you weird. Freaks. Oh, jeez. So the internet.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, Lev has been subscribed to a newsletter, apparently.
Has he?
Yes.
When did this happen?
When he signed me up.
to the when I actually contacted the real estate agent.
Oh, right. It's that. Yes. Okay.
To try and
this may have been something else. I was like, oh, what have I missed that?
So I don't know what did you told us. Did you tell us what the
Oh, shut up!
newsletter was?
No, I deleted it straight away.
Oh, okay.
So
Dickhead.
this is additional correspondence from this name or this non-nameless person, but this blank sending email person.
What?
It's a
Because that was the first thing they sent you. Nothing.
Fucking speak English, mate. I don't know what you're saying.
No, I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry.
I got a newsletter from the dickhead that signed me up. I'm getting real estate newsletters. Ed signed me up to that real estate.
Right.
Thingy. As soon as you contact a real estate agent, they sign you up on their database. And
boom. You'll never be happy again.
you know how I got property as well? Every now and again, I get a stupid SMS on my phone telling me, "Hey, there's a new place in the street that you purchased up for sale." Oh, sorry, in the same street as the unit that you purchased.
Oh, really?
There's one also for sale. Why are they telling me that? Oh, good. I'll just grab, the 7 million out of my 100 million bank account, and I'll just buy that one too. Thanks for telling me. Like, why are you telling me this shit? Like, how does this help me?
So that's your real estate agent doing that.
Yeah, that's my real estate doing, and there's no unsubscribe option because it's SMS. So I have to block them. That's fine, but
They're probably charging you as well to send them out.
Why would you do that? Like, I don't know why you think I'm that rich. I can afford every unit you're gonna advertise.
They
to
wouldn't
me.
know that. It's potential business in their eyes. Not that it's correct.
It's like
that just pisses me off.
Cold SMSing.
Yeah, no,
Actually, speaking of which, over the last month or so, I told someone, I can't remember. I've been getting these calls. I don't know. I think they might be
American?
international.
Yeah, they ring a couple times and then they hang up.
Uh-oh. The scam.
Don't answer them. Yeah.
No, I never.
Don't ring back as well. That's even worse.
That's how they
I
get
had
you.
no intention of doing it, but like it's just fucking annoying. Get lost. Actually, no. There's also another thing.
And another thing.
I have a rant. Over the last 2 years. 2 fucking years.
Okay,
right?
so we're saying the 20th of February 2016 onwards.
Close enough.
Yes.
I'm getting these letters from different charities.
Oh.
Not Red Cross. I don't think I've ever got Red Cross. But fucking Pink Ribbon, and today I got fucking the
Brown
child
Ribbon.
one, the Children's Hospital. And
Cancer
every
Council.
time, yeah,
Yeah.
every time it's a fucking it's a letter. There's paper here. That's the letter. Then there's this other like subscribe thing, like sign up and give us money. And there's this little magazine of information about someone I don't know. And there's another bit of leaflet here.
There's always
there's an envelope, a return envelope address.
There's always
And then there's something else that they give you. And it's usually a pen or cards or
Ooh.
wrapping paper.
Oh yeah.
I'll take a pen.
What? This useless crap. This is money they're spending to send this shit out to people. When
They could be using
asking
it.
for money when they could be using it. For the fucking foundation, they're sending this shit out.
How much is it costing
pisses me
them?
off.
Your name
I
and
have
shame.
no idea.
Pens you can make in bulk really cheap. They don't cost anything.
It's still
That's not the
money.
point.
It's still resources and time.
Name and shame.
It's
I want to get a pen.
I get the cards too. I send them to Lever's parents.
I usually throw them out, but today's one that came didn't have anything on it, and I had a feeling I knew what it was for, but it was too late. See, because I feel guilty now, which is their plan.
That's
Like,
their
I don't care enough to go ahead and do anything about it, but I feel guilty because there's a small part of me going, I understand the cause, and the cause, for the most part, is probably just, but the way they're going about it isn't right.
Well,
Doesn't feel right to me.
you gotta. This is obviously. Look, okay, I'm going to start off with a disclaimer. There are charities out there that do a lot of good things for a lot of people in need, and bless them for doing that. We need more people.
The Labor
helping.
One Way Foundation always helps.
Money
people
for
in need.
people.
As long as money is given to him, he will probably do something with it.
Join the Human
What
Fund.
he does, we cannot say, but he will do something.
He will guarantee probably do something.
Semen for life.
We can guarantee that it will be gone by the end of the day.
Yes.
But a charity is run like a company, and I'm sure charities, like churches, get special, what's the right word? Special privileges, and special something, in regards to tax exemptions, special exemptions to tax. It's like companies that say they're not for profit. It doesn't mean that they're still not getting money.
Sorry.
Oh, geez, man, I just
Sorry.
went into the future. Still doesn't mean that the CEO and their executives aren't getting a fat paycheck at the end of the year. It just means that they're not making any profit. I don't know if they get any profit, I don't know, give it to charity, which they are.
If they do make a profit, it's probably they probably try and offload that in expenditure or in like terms of like paychecks and bribes probably, and
that's it. Endorsements. It's like these people that try and sign you up to a charity, or anyone who tries to sell you something at a kiosk that's like, look, I'm going to give you a special deal today. They are 90% of the time they are working purely for a commission, and they might believe in the charity, but they're also believing in the money that you're giving to the charity, because you're also giving a bit of that money to them to be able to live, which is important. People do need to eat, but
of course.
But it seems very, I don't know, this seems
various.
Yeah,
not stingy. Like
there's something about it that makes
murky and yucky, and
If they were up, look, I'd love it for one of these people just to be completely honest and say, look, I get 100% commission on this. So the money goes to the charity, but I'm also getting paid to do this as well. But not one of them will ever say that, because I think legally they're probably not allowed to. It's probably against company policy. I know I've always wanted to ask one of them, it's like, hey, you're working on commission, aren't you? And they'll probably, oh, yeah, why? It's like, well, so you see me not so much as someone who could contribute to a good cause,
foundation,
but as someone that's going to get you paid. So you got to think of it like that. Everyone's got a mentality. Everyone's got a friggin' agenda.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
there are definitely places to donate to. It's just you have to find. I know there's one that someone told me about, but I can't remember the name of. I donated to that once. I couldn't. Like, I don't like offloading a large sum of money, but it was a decent amount, and also one-off thing at the time.
There we go. I mean, I've joined charities, and when money got tight, I had to stop being with that charity. But I know, I mean, like, there was this, I remember that World Vision's, hang on, I just found the article, Palestine aid, Australia suspends World Vision's Palestine aid after allegations of funds were diverted. And apparently...
This doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you don't know at the end of the day what is actually going on.
The other issue is that, like, for every... Like, there are so many foundations out there, and there are so many causes that that are meant supposedly good, but you can't help everyone. I mean, sure, you can do a bit here and there, like every bit counts, but like that's another thing that plagues me too. Like, you kind of want to help where you can, but obviously it's impossible. There's no way.
No, it is. It's a shame, really. There is no way we can do this.
I suppose if you do try, then that's better than nothing. But yeah, my address and name must be on some database somewhere that it keeps sending shit to me. I've sent a couple back saying not at this address, and I think they stopped. I may have gotten one or two from them since, but it seems to be the last month or so it kicks back up again. I don't know why.
Oh, they refresh it. I was with World. No, who was I with? Greenpeace. They signed me up, pricks. That's a story within itself. How I got signed up, because there was an agreement I had.
The chick?
Yes, that was with the lady.
You're a stupid idiot.
I did it because I didn't want to.
How did you think you'd get any? They hire hollies for this reason.
Exactly, and that's why I put her in the most awkward situation, so that way she would be like, "Oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not going to do it." And fucking played me like a fool. But, women like that always do to guys like me. But they actually still had me on their database. And something like 3 or 4 years after the whole fiasco, they called me up and they said, look, we're raising money for this thing, and we saw that you were a contributor before. Not that I actually did. I didn't give them a cent, because the moment, the day after when things fell through with this woman...
Hang on, you might want to tell the people who might not know
the story.
In case.
Okay.
That's the story.
It's a long story. I'll shorten it as best I can here, but... I was walking through a suburb in a shopping mall area, and one of these Greenpeace people was like, hey, what's your name? I'm going to shake your hand and say hello, and we're going to start off with very casual. Do you want to join our organization? Kind of bullshit. And I knew exactly what they were getting into, because I've dealt with these pricks 1,000 times before. And she was actually quite an attractive lady that was selling it to me to join up to, give them money every month. And I was like, look, I'm thinking in my head, how am I going to get the hell out of this? Because everyone that gets stuck in this situation, I can't just say no for some reason, because there's guilt. Driving
I know that.
guilt.
You can't say no.
They know about it. Now I'll say no. Back then I couldn't. Now I'll fucking say no to their face and tell them where to stick it. But so this woman's like, you want to sign up? And I said, look, I'll sign up today on one condition. She's like, what's that? And I go, well, you go out on a date with me. And she's just like, umming and ahhing. She's like, well, I don't really want to kind of whore myself out for this. And I was like, I know, but if you sign me, if I'll sign up today, if you promise to go on one date with me. And I was thinking, one date, and I'm paying for everything. So what's that? You get to spend 2 hours of your life getting a free meal and talking to me, and then you can fuck off and not have to worry about ever dealing with me ever again. And so she agreed to it, and I signed up with Greenpeace, and then I tried later on, I don't know if it was that night or later on the next day. I gave her a phone call because I made sure I got her number, and I was like, "Look, okay, I'm going to arrange this date. What's going to go happen?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I've recently I got a phone call yesterday from an ex of mine, and we're trying to work it out, so
Wow, the stupidest excuse I've ever heard. Continue.
It is such a weak card to play, and I was like, yeah, okay, you don't even have the decency to just be like, look, sorry, I'm not interested. You have to play me like a fool. I knew exactly what she was saying. She had no boyfriend, or any ex, and she's like, yeah, so if we do go out on a date, it would have to be a friend date. I'm sorry, just don't expect it. It's just a date, we're just friends kind of deal. I was like, oh, okay, rightio. So I didn't arrange a date, and I contacted Greenpeace, and I was like, look, this is what's happened. I don't care who I get a date from anyone within your organization. Just give me a fucking date and I will stick with you. And the person that responded back was like, how dare you? We are not a dating agency kind of deal. And they was like, this person, please, let us know who this person is. And, this is very unethical and we do not condone this kind of activity. And I sent her an email straight back, and I said, well, if that's the way you're going to treat me, then I'm not going to want to support your organization. I want to be taken off your books, thank you very much, and do not dare take a single cent from my bank account. And then the response email was, oh, we're so sorry to see you leaving. We're really hoping we'd have a great relationship with you and supporting our causes.
You got a generic email straight up.
I got fucking generic all over the face.
Yeah.
And so, anyway... Cut to 3 years later, I got a phone call from Greenpeace, and they're like, we saw that you were with Greenpeace, a little while ago. Do you want to help out this cause? And that entire story that I told you then, I kind of ranted to the person on the other end of the phone, saying, I was meant to get a date with someone from Greenpeace, and then it fell through, and then I tried to arrange it, and then your superiors told me to fuck off, and I just kind of went on and on and on. And the great thing is, people can sense insanity. And it was a case of, sorry for bothering you. And I was like, oh, that's okay. Make sure you never call me again, and take my number off your list. And they said, will do. And I haven't heard from them since.
They didn't even try to convince you. It's like,
I don't get paid enough for this.
Those poor people really don't. Those call center people really don't. So, don't believe... If an attractive woman says they'll go on a date for you for money, unless she's part of an escort service, don't believe it.
Well, I mean, you can always do, I'll pay you after we go on a date, which was like that was going to be the case anyway. But little did she know, she doesn't know how the system works.
What system? What you've committed fraud with escort
No,
agencies?
I'm saying like you should. The company didn't get a cent from you.
Sounds like something.
She should have waited. Like she messed up. She was just going on a stupid date. What was if she wasn't interested, it would have taken like 2 hours of exactly what you were saying. 2 hours of her life, free meal, done.
That's it. And then she'd be like, I mean, she could have just played me and been like, look, sorry, I don't rush into these things. We'd have to go on a few more dates before we even consider kissing. And yeah, that's it.
What was her name?
I don't know, a woman.
Woman number 2.
I don't know. I probably
the second one. Ooh.
I might have. I really don't know. I probably threw out all the stupid clutter.
Amelia,
just
Susan,
lady.
Charlotte,
I don't know. Just probably again,
Jacob,
probably something.
John
is an attractive woman's name. John.
Cyril.
It's like
Crystal.
Crystal or Candy or something that just only women who have perfect hair and teeth have, and they always wear those short bike pants.
Then Candy with a K.
Something, I don't know.
Short black pants?
No, bike pants. Or, the tights that women wear. It's just the tights. And it really shows everything down there. It's like...
like yoga pants.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. You're like... It's like the sun. I know I shouldn't look, but I can't not look. It's hard being a man sometimes. I don't choose the pervert life. The pervert life chooses me. Oh, well. So yeah. Well, I've got a would you rather.
Oh,
a good one. I hope it's a good one. Actually, no, that's subjective. I have a would you rather.
I don't know.
It's
a good question.
Lebed?
What?
Do you want to have a would you rather?
I mean, you have one, so yeah, go for it.
Okay.
How good?
I only came up with it today.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Quick question.
Oh, okay. Wait, is this the would you rather?
Yes.
Okay, hit me.
So, would you rather me ask this question, or I'm going to ask it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we started off with would you rather, and then we moved on from would you rather to the
I like because
I like because, and then we did today I learned, and then we're back to would you rather.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's keeping it fresh.
That up. Oh, that's fair enough.
I don't know. Unless you got
it's keeping me on my toes.
Did you learn something this week? I'm happy for you to throw something in.
I
learned something, but I've lost the article. It's on my iPad, I think, and I didn't bring it in, so I learned something.
Did I tell you the one about the giraffes?
Oh yes, I remember you. Yes.
Yeah, I was listening to that podcast the other day.
What was it? What did I learn today? I learned something really cool. They did a study. That's right. They did a study. I don't know why. They did a study on the speed of which, of 36 different animals, they did a speed of how fast they poop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So would you rather poop or not poop?
I think, I'm just trying to remember, it was like between 7 to 9, no, couldn't be that long. It must be 9 to 17 seconds long is like, the average poop length. Of
19.
Time. No, so I'm pretty sure it was 9 to 17.
Oh, 9 to 17.
Yeah, right. It was like something like that. And seconds. So, I don't know about you, but from now on I'm taking a stopwatch every time I go to the toilet just to see if I reach average.
When Matt's below, would that be below average? Yeah. No.
Is what below average?
Or Matt would be.
Why Matt?
Because, haven't you heard, the whole, it takes him 5 seconds to take a shit?
20 seconds.
Really?
Matt.
Paper and
okay.
all? You're wow, he must, what does he eat? Just dry fruit or something? Fruit.
KFC.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go then. He's got a lubed up butt from all the oil. Just slides out. Jeez. Oh, man. Just KFC. Oh. I don't think I could live on a fast food diet. That would make me feel so sick. And you probably get really sick. As much as we like junk food and greasy and salty food. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I don't know how accurate the movie was, but Super Size Me kind of showed that off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True.
Like he'd go out, he'd eat. I think there was. I remember one part he went, like he bought the food, went out into the parking lot, ate it, and then threw up afterwards.
Yeah.
This was like a week in or something.
That's. I remember. I watched that movie a few times, and it is quite a scary thing.
Ed, I can't find The Founder on Netflix. It's because it's not on Netflix, is it?
It must be on Stan. Unless Georgie's got American Netflix or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what are you looking for?
The Founder.
The Founder.
Great
Sounds
movie.
familiar.
Great movie. Yeah, we talked about it a couple of podcasts ago.
Oh right, yes, we did.
Michael Keaton and
Yeah.
freaking Parks and Rec dude. I forgot his name. Ron Swanson.
Nick
Swanson.
Offerman.
Yes,
yeah,
one.
that's it. Offerman.
Mr.
Offerman.
Nick
Bofferman? Gofferman.
Bufferman.
Batman.
He likes the buffer.
I'm Batman.
Where's Dick Man?
No, Dick's not here. He's gone to bed early.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, where is he?
Yeah. Well, he was so upset because he was going to record some Panacea today, but then he found out that the save file was gone. So
Oh, I noted. I saw Dick playing when I got home, and he loaded up Mirror. And about 5 minutes later, he loaded up Panacea. Was that a bad recording session for Mr. Finn, or?
oh no. He was checking to make sure that because sending the files over, he was checking to make sure that the censorship was still
right.
applicable, and it wasn't, so he had to redo it. And then, because he was just checking to make sure the installations had gone through okay.
Okay.
And he also wanted to make sure that the saved file was still there for Mirror, considering that he lost
Right,
it for
yes.
As you can imagine, he was panicking quite a bit.
So you've still got you've got backups of your and Dick Pin's save files, right? Like I'm sorry, of your previous computer, correct?
Well, this is the thing. I
Do you have
don't
a
know.
backup at all? Because like if you look for the location of where they're saved, then you got to go to your old previous hard drive and find it there.
I can't. The previous hard drive has been
Why?
reformatted.
So then what's the backup then?
Well, that was my external hard drive, which I literally went to the Steam common file and copy and pasted everything from there.
Right. Okay.
The save files don't go there all the time.
Exactly. There was so many games, I wasn't going to go through them all, but just I guess
Games haven't done that in a long, long time. I remember in the early 2000s they used to save within the game file, but for the longest time now they usually save in my documents for the most part.
lucky I backed up my documents as well. Oh, yeah, Amnesia. There we go. Right there.
Amnesia.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's heaps of games right here. Banished. Why are they saving them there, though? Makes no sense.
My
Documents.
documents.
Yeah.
It's been like that for years.
But documents are what you read. It's like legal stuff.
I think it's probably easier to access. It's easier for people to access if they don't know how to find specific locations for game files. I don't know.
Okay.
That, and instead of navigating through a bunch of folders to find different games potentially, you'll keep them in the one place. So you just go to my documents, are all there.
I wonder if there's a way to move to the default save place, like my documents, my saves kind of deal.
Leber, didn't you do something like that? Am I incorrect in
For what game? Though?
assuming?
Oh,
In
it's
general, right?
All games, yeah.
What do you mean? To pick where save files go?
Yeah. To
No, it's impossible.
okay.
Can't be done.
Yeah, it's impossible because every developer has different places for their
Right.
save files, and it kind of sucks because yeah. So some will go to my document, go to the Steam common folder. Some will go to the app data roaming folder. Some will go to the app data local folder. Some will go anywhere, wherever they feel like. It's dumb. You can't really speak. You can't really pick an option.
Just realised I've lost all my screenshots as well from all the games. Oh, that makes me sad.
Oh yeah, they're not in
Yeah.
your common folder.
Oh, I've lost all my Well, luckily I uploaded
You
most
should have
of.
told me how you backed up everything. You fucked up.
I got all the stuff. I just missed out on a few saved games and some screenshots. That's all.
Copy the whole
should've-
Steam folder. You didn't need to just copy one folder.
You should have been more specific, Level.
Do I need to be specific to? Oh, Ed, what are you backing up? My files. Okay, good. You know, what do I need to ask?
Just say
Ed,
well,
what he
you
wants to
got
back
this
up.
one, you got
I'm
that.
not his fucking cock sucker, you know. He can suck his own cock.
It's not about sucking cocks. It's just being thorough.
I like corn because you can eat it twice.
Nah, it's just look, it's and it happens all the time. Like you forget things when you back up. Like you think you've backed up everything, and then by the time you go to move to your computer, you realize, oh, I forgot this, I forgot.
Yeah,
I've done that plenty of times.
The key thing with that is you don't wipe your shit until you realize you're completely done with it. You know, you should have waited. There was no reason to.
You don't wipe your shit. You wipe your ass once the shit's come out. You dumbass.
I'm the dumbass, am I?
Yes, you're wiping when poop's still coming out. You don't wipe the shit. You wipe the hole once the shit is gone.
You know what I've learned today?
What?
That there's the new Adam Sandler movie came out in 2017, October. And it's not actually rated poorly. It's actually rated like 7 out of 10 and stuff.
Really?
Never heard of it. And it came out on Netflix, and I've only just noticed it.
What's it?
The Mero-It stories? The Mero-It stories?
Wait, wasn't that the series
I gotta watch this now.
where he's the... Is it a movie or a series where he's the agent?
Movie. An estranged family gathers together in New York for an event celebrating the artistic work of their father. Okay.
He's done very... I mean, yeah. I don't know how... He must be in like every movie. It's Adam Sandler's just one of those actors. It's just kind of like... You think
I don't
back...
think he even made it. I think he just stars in it. Maybe that's why it was rated high.
He was a very funny guy, and then Hollywood was like, "How can we destroy all credibility of him being a funny actor?" Oh, I know. We'll just We'll get some poop, throw it onto the wall, make that a script, and give it to Adam Sandler, because he'll make it funny. Oh, that didn't work. Let's throw more shit onto the wall and smear off.
Let's call that shit poop.
Yeah. That's
Was
right.
there another actor like that?
Seth Rogen.
Why? What's he been in? That's crap.
A lot of movies.
Ted.
No, I know that, but like anything that you can name off the top of your head.
Green Hornet.
Ted.
I didn't mind.
Ted?
I know seen Ted. Is it funny?
He's not even in it.
Yeah,
No,
he is.
He's thinking of Seth MacFarlane.
No, he's the teddy bear.
He's the bear. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, he kind of
He is.
I can say that.
Oh, Ben Stiller. Love Ben Stiller. He's in a lot of great movies, but I'm sure he's been in one.
He's
bad
had a
movie.
couple of decent ones though.
I guess people would say Zoolander 2 would be bad, but I like it.
Rob Schneider was another one I was thinking of.
Oh yeah. Well, he kind of had
He
that.
does in shit movies all the time.
Yeah, I think that was his thing though.
I think his best movie was Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I like
yes.
Hot Chick. Hot Chick is like one of my favorite films, so I like that movie.
Really, you love Hot Chick?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Is that the one where he takes the body of the
It's a Freaky Friday thing.
Of Rose McBurn or whatever her name is.
where he's
Right.
using the urinal or something, and the guy's like, if you shake it more than once, you're playing with it or something along those lines.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
that's the one. I remember that
Yeah.
line. Then he gets kicked in the nuts, and she's like, "Oh wow, it really does hurt a lot." Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just...
I like that.
Well, you know, I like Little Nicky, the Adam Sandler movie, and
Yeah, I know you like that movie.
people probably thought it was the worst thing ever. So
It was pretty shit.
it had it had a good soundtrack. I think that's why I liked it so much. And plus, you
Yeah.
get to see a dude wearing underwear and playing with his nipples. So great.
That's why you liked it so much.
Yeah, pretty much. So, would you rather?
Yes, I was going to ask you that. I didn't know if you'd asked it or not.
No, I did. It was actually that conversation. The would you rather was snuck in there.
Right.
You got to pick out every second word, piece it together to make the. So.
Oh, thanks everyone for watching.
Would you rather? Okay, here we go. Would you rather get paid once a year and have to budget what you have, but you don't get taxed, or get paid daily but you never receive a pay rise?
But that depends how much, doesn't it? Because you could say once a year, but if you're only getting like what $1,000, you can't really budget that over a year.
Let's say you earn 50,000 a year, right?
Yeah, it's standard job wages. So basically,
and that's it. You get 50,000. There's no tax bullshit, so you
it's
get
just a lump sum from the company.
But is this because the problem is that my current job, I couldn't go one large sum payment. I'd have to go the other one. I don't earn enough to be able to
that
budget
means you
that.
get the 50,000 salary, but you won't be getting the full 50. You'll get like, I don't know, 35, 39 or something based on tax.
Right, so we're going on an average, or we're going on what I earn?
Yes.
What?
The average is what you earn.
This is a fucking question.
No,
There's nothing complicated about it.
No, it's not my average. The average in general.
Okay.
Whatever.
No.
Because I would earn less than the average.
Stop.
At my current job.
Okay.
You're overcomplicating it.
Okay.
I need to know.
In this scenario,
what you need to know is the current salary that you earn now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. You get it, but basically, the end of the financial year, as opposed to you getting a check every second week or every week or whenever, the end of the financial year, you get one big check with all your money, and you then have to kind of budget it out for the next year and survive on that one paycheck. And you got to be like, okay, I can only spend X amount of money each week before the next year, because you know you're never going to see a paycheck from any company until the next year. But you don't get taxed. But if you're not earning that much, you wouldn't be getting taxed anyway, Nuggsy, so you got nothing to worry about.
No, I earn enough to get taxed. I just don't earn enough that I could probably budget it over a year.
There we go. But then again, it'll be the same money you're earning in a year anyway. It's just that right now you're getting it every 2 weeks.
It's harder to budget that out.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Yeah. Or you can get paid daily, but you never get a pay rise, which would suck.
Which is currently my current situation. It's no different.
So
he's got the daily option.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Aren't we?
I think I'd get.
What?
I'll do the full year option.
Oh, you're gonna go for the full year?
Yeah, get as much money as I can. I don't spend that much that often. I still live at home. It's fine.
Oh, good point. Nuggsy's still got some quarrels about the question. It sounds like.
Well, I think I get 39,000 a year, or I would, and that's I think tax.
I think that's under tax, dude. You wouldn't get taxed at all. You would get your tax income. You'd get your tax back, the full thing.
I don't know.
I gotta think. Actually, I don't know how much it is. The tax free threshold. Holy crap, it's a mouthful. Well,
19 cents for each dollar over 18,200.
18,200. Okay.
That's. No, I'm over that. So I'm. I'm between 37 and 87.
Godzilla.
So 3,572 plus 32.5 cents for each dollar over 37,000.
Godzilla. Well, so I'm so glad that we've at the end of the podcast. It's a class in accounting and finance.
I'm just depressed now.
Well, now we've broken Nuggsy's soul.
Podcast brought to you by the Mental Health Foundation.
Brought to you by Zoloft, the tablet that will pick you up in no time at all. Suffering from
I feel like a ton of bricks.
Yep. Any final words before we play the theme tune?
Theme
tune, aren't we?
Nah.
Nuggsy?
Did you know elephants
are gross?
Have trunks?
Yeah, well, they keep it in their car, don't they? Duh.
No, it's a part of the car that can't keep the trunk in the trunk.
Okay, well, it's a part of it. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. You could. In fact, you know what, Nuggsy? I want to get a big car, and then buy a smaller car, remove the trunk of the smaller car, and put it into the trunk, so it's trunkception.
Ooh.
Someone would break into my trunk trying to steal something, and be like, "What is going on? I broke into the trunk, and then there's another trunk here. I can't deal with this. I'm out." theft prevention.
Do you think that would throw off like border control and stuff if you were smuggling goods over? You just hide it in the second trunk and they open the first one like, oh, I guess there's nothing here.
Yeah, we're not going to deal with this. Yep. Of course it would. Not. I mean, basically, a trunk is just a car bag. I think border patrols have no problem opening a second bag. They open a trunk and see a bag inside it, they're going to open the bag.
Yeah, but this is a trunk inside a trunk. They might not know what to do. They might not be equipped to handle 2 trunks.
Yeah, especially if it's got Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, thank you all for listening and watching, everybody. Take care. Live long. Look after yourselves. Look after each other.
I will.
Good. Bye.
Back. Wake up for breakfast. Peanut butter toast. Open the bread box. Shit, there's no loaf. Oh, no, my toast. How will I get by? Oh, what am I gonna do? No, nothing else will do. I need my loaf. Go down the road to the store. Head to the bakery, but fuck, they've got no more. Oh, no, my loaf. How will I get by? No, I don't know what to do. Oh, I think I have a clue. It's in the Bread Podcast.